All right, guys, so look, you want a special skill. Steph Curry has unlimited range. Kyrie Irving has sick handles. So what is your thing? But in today's video, I'm gonna help you find that thing, and I'm gonna help you find how you take advantage of that. All right, so first things first, we need to go to the basics. How do you find your special skill in game? Well, it seems like an obvious answer, but play games. Now, I'm not saying you have to play an organized game to find your special skill. You be playing with your cousins, or you just play with some friends or whatever, family members or whatever, and you seem to find that you are better at, shooting in the corner or catch and shoot, mid-range game, any of that. First, we have to identify the special skill that sets you apart from other people. Now, it is possible for same people to have the same skill. If you watch later in the video, I'm gonna show you guys how to set yourself apart from that person that has the same skill set as you. Okay, so the first thing, we found your skill. So second thing is exploit the skill. Now, when you're doing your training regimen, or you're playing games under the whistle, or playing just pick up, practice that skill. Keep practicing that skill until it becomes second nature. For example, Steph Curry has unlimited range. He can shoot from almost anywhere, and I promise you, probably from almost anywhere. He shot full court in warm-ups. So he followed probably the steps I'm about to say right now. So firstly, he found out that he's a great shooter, that he can shoot from anywhere. Now, secondly, he exploited that skill. So all throughout Davidson College that he went to, he was a shooter. He was known as a shooter because he probably shot each and every day as many shots as possible, trying to see techniques and new forms and how to get the ball into the rim easier and more efficiently. This is what you should be doing to your special skill. Now, I would say, for example, one of my skills is creating space, change of pace, and change of speed and tempo. What I did, I played some games, built my skill up to have that special skill that was awakened that I always had, which was space creation. And then I played games. I kept playing games, kept practicing that move, and kept trying to figure out ways, different combinations to create more space to give me shots, passes, looks, and eventually just play better as a player. Now, to explain more in depth of how much work you should be putting in your special skill, your unfair advantage. Let's say, for example, that you're a good mid-range shooter. Just like DeMar DeRozan, he's a great post player and mid-range shooter. First of all, they found out that he was a great mid-range or post scorer. So what do you do after that, right? You found out and then you exploit it. So I would say, when you're practicing, make those extra mid-range shots, make it more challenging for yourself. Have somebody put a hand in your face, or make a certain amount of swishes. Just challenge yourself like that. Figure out more ways to make yourself better by challenging yourself against yourself. It's only you versus you at the end of the day, because any other person that has your skill set, they're not going to be as hard as you are on yourself. Guys, so the third thing about this is to find out how can your special skill make your teammates better. So back to the Kyrie thing I was talking about. Kyrie has amazing handles. They are amazing. He can create space on a dime, and he can change pace on a dime. So how does that fit his teammates? It gets his teammates open for shots, and allows him to get the ball back sometimes from doing moves, so he can get open looks at the basket or shots. So your special skill affects everybody on the team. The rest of the 4 players that are playing with you in game, they can benefit from your special skill. So when you're playing a game, or you're looking at film and talking to your coaches or teammates, just figure out how can your special skill help your teammates around you, then in fact making you a better player, because it don't have to be as hard, or you don't have to have as much pressure to make your special skill work on and on and on again, because it's like clockwork, because your teammates are also having their special skills activate. Guys, for those of you that kept watching the video, appreciate it. But this is how to differentiate yourself from another person that has the same special skill as you. I also mentioned way back in the video that it's you versus you. That is very true. Now, there's also 2 things to this. If the person that shares that skill with you is a little bit better, I would say watch them, examine them, study them, just become good friends with them, and maybe sometimes work out with them. This is smart, because if you want to become as good or better than the person, you should follow what they do and put your own little style on it. Now, this also can work if both of you are on the same level. Maybe sometimes you can't see what you're doing wrong, or how can you improve your game. So that's where that other guy's from. So if you're seeing his games, you're going to his game, maybe you're close friends and y'all play this same play style, or you just don't know who he is and you see videos online or something, you can look at what he does to not do the things that he's doing. So maybe he's playing bad in game, but he's still balling, but he's not playing as good as he can. So look at what he does and then just flip the script on that. Now, by doing that, you have an advantage because you're seeing parts of your game in his game because you have the same game, but you can improve that. You can go back to the drawing board and improve certain things here and there, and then in game, you play better than him.